Hey, Mike here, and check this out. I've been wanting to do this for, well, ever since I got my head unit, but I'm able to get Torque Pro to display its gauges on my Pioneer head unit here, which is awesome. It's a Pioneer 4200, NEX 4200, I believe, and there's my phone. I don't have to show Torque Pro on my phone at all. It just automatically shows up on the 4200, my head unit, and I can also do other things as well. That's on there doesn't change any of the other apps that are on here. Works perfectly fine, and here's the app for it going on there. So in this video I'm going to show you how to do that, what to download, and what to install. Okay, so in order to get Android Auto to work with the Torque Pro, you're going to need to do four things. One, you're going to need to download and install Torque Pro if you haven't already done that. If you have, if it's the free one, I'm not sure if that works or not because I have the paid one. If you're going to use Torque Pro anyway, just pay the whatever it costs. I don't remember. It's definitely worth it. And you're obviously going to need to have Android Auto installed on your phone as well. And then there's two other things you have to install. One of them you have to pay for, and the other one is free. But the one you pay for is only $1.99 or whatever. So the one that you're going to need, and I already downloaded here, but it's XDA. But I will show you if you go to the Play Store and you look up XDA Labs app. Like I said, I already installed it, so I'm going to go ahead and hit open. But you obviously do the typical installation kind of thing. And you got to log in. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. If you don't have if you're not already a member, you basically just go ahead and register, and you just have your username and password you create, that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and log in. Whoops, wrong one there. And then I don't want you to see my password, so I am going to blur this out somehow. And hit submit. Okay, and then if you want to do this kind of stuff, it's up to you. Just hit continue. And now we're logged in and ready to go. But you'll see there's really nothing much here. This is just almost like news and stuff like that, developer stuff. But if you go and hit switch to full version, hit download the upgrade, and it'll take you to their web page. And it says Get Labs, and this is actually the one you want. I believe I already have it. Let me see. Oh no, here we go. Get Labs. It's downloading now. Click this to open. And package installer, I'm just going to say once. I'm going to go ahead and install it, the XDA Labs. And I'm going to go ahead and open it. Okay, now that I'm logged into the XDA Labs, the upgraded one, I can slide this away and you'll see something says apps. And then if you just do a search for OBD2, for some reason it doesn't come up. So if you go to categories, and then you scroll down to travel and locale, then you can actually see if it doesn't come up. OBD2 for AA is right here. Now I already installed it, so I'm not going to install it again, but you basically download it, install it. I think it charges you $2 or $1.99 or something like that. And then you're installed and you're good to go. This is the app that we're going to be using for the Torque to be on the thing. So let me go and show you that app. Get out of there. It's in the O's. And where are we at? Here it is. Boom, right here. So we can see the app has a lot of different settings and things you can do to it. You can have number of gauges all the way up to, well, 15 if you want. I actually have 5. You can put 6, and let's kind of show you what I already had set up. I had 5 gauges, and then it kind of gives you the different colors as well. You can adjust those if you want. You can adjust the needle color. Oh, there we go. There's the text color, the needle color. You can change all of those things. And if you look at this little thing here, if you click on that, this is the different layouts that you can use for depending on how many gauges you want to show. So 6, looks like 6 is the main one here as far as the most. But then I think I have 5, and I'm using the second one here for mine. and you can actually hit preview, and it'll show you, not sideways, but it'll show you the gauges set up the way that you want to look. And you can also change, let me go back here, you can also change the way they look as well. So say I hit revs, when I go here, gauge style, which is right there, you can change your gauge to look like different gauges. Also, so there's a lot of different kind of neat things you can do with this in the app itself. And then as far as choosing the gauge that you want to use, what I'm going to do, let me change this, just so I'll add an extra one, say 6. So you'll see at the bottom here, it says gauge 6. I'm going to hit the plus sign, scroll down, PID, just click on that. And then this gives you all of the different gauges that you can choose from. Ambient temperature, just pretty much anything. Then you go in, let's say distance traveled, whatever, it doesn't matter. Kind of puts it there. You can change the name of it that's going to be on the actual gauge itself. And then the gauge style, again, I just showed you, you can change to whatever kind of gauge that you want. All different kinds of gauges there, which is pretty cool. So let me go ahead. I'm actually not going to use this one. You can do other kinds of things, warning levels, adjustments, and show units. I mean, like I said, it's pretty decent as far as being able to customize how it's going to look in Torque Pro on your head unit. So I'm going to go and exit out of this, and I'm going to go to Android Auto, which is right here. I'm going to let this thing start up, and there's one thing you have to do in here as well. Right now we need to go to the top. You want to hit Settings, and then you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and hit Version. And that's going to open up this a little bit further, and you want to click this 10 times. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what that's going to do, I think I already did it, but it's going to come up and it's going to tell you you're going to be getting into the root mode. So you click that 10 times, get you into the root mode, and you go up and you hit those 3 dots, and you can see the third one down that says Start Head Unit Server. So you're going to click on that. Head unit server is started, and then we can just go ahead and exit out of Android Auto. And now I have to go to my car, and I'm going to hook it up, and I'm going to show you how it goes and looks at the, actually puts Torque Pro on the head unit. Okay, so here I'm in my car, and I'm assuming you have a head unit that is able to display Android Auto. You're also going to need an OBD2 reader, which I got here, and I'll put a link below to different ones I have on Amazon, or whichever one's on Amazon. You can click on that, and the OBD2 reader obviously goes underneath into the port there. So I'm going to plug that in, and then I'm going to put the car in run, and then I'll show you what we do. All right, I plugged in the OBD2 reader, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the run position and turn my lights off here so we don't see that. So for my unit, I actually have to use a external plug, USB plug, to connect it to the Pioneer. Unfortunately, I don't know if other ones are different or however yours hooks up. Is up to you. It's obviously going to be different. So I'm going to go and plug mine in, hopefully with one hand here without worrying about it, and it should pop up. And it might ask me something here. Let's see. Okay, it might actually ask you, because it did for me on the first time, it might actually ask you if you want to use the OBD2 AA that we just downloaded as the default, and I said yes. So if it does ask you that, go ahead and say yes, otherwise we're good to go here. So you'll see here is the settings here, and if you see this little button right, actually, you know what, if you don't see it, there's a button here that brings you back to the home screen, or your last screen, I guess. But this is your, right here, I know it's kind of hard to see, is your OBD2 right there. And here we can see, here comes the gauges, like so. Pretty simple. And what is really cool too is while these gauges are there, you can go and you can play some Pandora music. I'm not going to play it because I'll probably be copyrighted. But anyway, while that music's playing, either through Spotify or Pandora or whatever else, what you can do is hit this little button, hit the OBD2 AA again, and you're controls or your gauges are going to show up, and your music's still going to be playing fine. So it's that simple. I mean, once you get everything on your phone, it's pretty simple as far as the apps are concerned. There is, however, because it's Bluetooth, sometimes, especially with the RPMs, you'll see a little bit of I don't want to say delay, but almost, I forget the word for it. But anyway, it's not exactly the same as if you're looking at the needle on your speedometer or on your tachometer, that is. So there is a bit of lag. That's what I'm looking for. There's a little tiny bit of lag on it, but hey, as far as the other stuff is concerned, air temps, air fuel ratios, and coolant temperatures, and those kinds of things, those show up just fine. So there you have it. That is how you go ahead and use your Android Auto on your cell phone to show Torque Pro on your head unit. Alright, if you like that video, make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and here's a big reason to hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be reviewing and giving away a free set of luggage to one lucky subscriber. It's going to be either a Solstice luggage or Sky luggage, depending on who wins and what kind of car they have. You got to subscribe to be have a chance to win that, which is going to be really cool. So hit that subscribe button, like it, like I said, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video.